NBC Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Atlanta Falcons and the Los Angeles Rams. And we are underway from SoFi Stadium. From out of his end zone, it's Avery Williams. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Now Patterson to start the drive. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Back to throw here. This one left side caught by Patterson. And he'll be brought down right at the...
Complete to Cordero Patterson. A 5-yard gain.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Another completion right back to Patterson. All that for a 2-yard gain, 2nd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
Good coverage on the outside, and I think that's where he wanted to check that down to. But once he saw the danger over there, he just threw that one over everyone's head. Smart play.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Got this complete to the tight end Pitts. And a powerful stiff arm. It frees him. Finding room at midfield. He's still on his feet. Kyle Pitts. Touchdown.
Touchdown, Atlanta.
His first career touchdown pass. And yeah, it's cliche to say, but he's probably been envisioning this since he was a little kid. That's a cool moment.
It really is. So enjoy the moment. Enjoy the time. Celebrate. Save the full reflection for later. But make sure you grab someone on the sidelines and say, hey, make sure I get that football, okay?
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll begin on the ground with Akers. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
They'll go again here with Akers. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. And the Rams had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they were in for a tough fight on the road. But now here's the home opener and a chance to get things right.
And I like the way that you presented that, because the bottom line is they didn't come out of that loss discouraged. They just came home and said, hey, if we do what we're supposed to do, protect our home turf, we'll be just fine.
A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A. From the gun, here's Stafford. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Stafford. He'll get this into the hands of Van Jefferson. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 31-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Throwing again is Stafford. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Middle.
On 2nd and 10, Stafford. Got a man open. It's Tyler Higbee. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. The first drive here and the first time that we've called a big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers are getting involved as this game goes on.
A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra...
Trying to find Kupp, but it's intercepted. And the Falcons are in great shape here as they take over at the 46-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, right? Because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right, it felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And no return here. This one's going inside the 15 to the 12-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
But they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for this with Akers. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
On 1st down, Stafford here. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. The end result, 21 yards.
And that's how you shake off the interception he threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to two people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
This offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. They trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. He'll dump this off to Akers, and they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Working with a 2nd and 4. Stafford going to give this to Akers. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. Stafford looking to throw on 3rd and 1. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And that'll bring up 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
They'll run for it with Akers. And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. Sean McVay's gamble does not pay off. And the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. Falcons 1st and 10 here as Ritter gets them ready. At their own 46. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. That one good for 26 and a 1st down. Well, it's one thing to grab it with one hand, but when you make a catch of that distance, quite another.
Yes, sir. I mean, that one right there, we keep talking about the high-flying antics that we're seeing from receivers nowadays. Doesn't matter what spot they start in, but when it actually does happen in the heat of battle, it brings me right out of my seat.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. On 2nd down, a run with Patterson. He takes it to the 15. A nice display of power. That gives him a nice pickup. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Back to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Falcons.
Touchdown.
Calvin Ridley. His 1st touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Falcons' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. So this offensive unit, yeah, they were solid in the opening week victory, and now they are looking just as sharp here in week 2.
And that's exactly what you want, too, because you want to get better each and every week and really ramp up as the season goes on. I know it's still early in the season and a lot can happen, but this offense, they look like they're going to be fun to watch each and every time out.
From the end zone, here comes Williams. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work Get back to basics is usually your answer, and make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the 50 at Stafford. That's out to the flat for Akers. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 23. A good pickup there of 20 yards. They'll run on 1st down with Akers. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
It's interesting getting into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage.
Touchdown, Rams! Cooper Kupp, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Rams are back within a score. Extra point by Gain is up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Well, the football changing hands here as this offense takes the field. Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. He's got a man complete. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Over the middle here, it's Hilton. And they'll work this down inside the 30. A good throw there. And this is a quarterback who's still just getting his feet wet, obviously. And by most accounts, last week played okay in the victory. But I want to know, Charles, what was your impression of his play last week?
Brandon, I think a lot of teams would be happy with okay, and early on, it's less about how many touchdowns did he throw, but did he not throw interceptions? Did he handle adversity? Did he handle the huddle? Those types of things, that's what people are looking for.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. He'll look to throw. And it'll be intercepted. Taylor Rapp with a pick. And the Rams are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10. Stafford. He'll get this to Akers out of the backfield. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1.
32.
Stafford now to throw. Akers back-to-back catches. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. The shotgun snap for Stafford. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it, sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. That'll be caught. It's Kupp. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A good pickup, 17 yards, and also a Rams first down. Now Stafford. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. And Gay knocks this one through. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
So we have reached halftime now with the visiting Falcons out on top. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The Rams set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail here as we resume play. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, you know, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
23 yards, the final tally.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
On the handoff, running left is Akers. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety, being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
Give him 6 yards to the first down.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
To throw is Stafford. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets them a new set of downs.
So not quite a first and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature in the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. He was in search of his tight end, Tyler Higbee, and that'll make it third down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Throwing on third down, Stafford. To the right side and complete to Jefferson. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be fourth down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. To the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. Oh, but this is going to backfire as it's intercepted. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10, 5, and he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Well, I'm going to go out on a limb and say that might be his last pass in the NFL, because when you throw an interception, especially a pick six as a kicker, CD, I don't know that you recover from that one.
Party, you got to remember one thing. My vintage takes me back to shades of Garo Yepremian against Washington in Super Bowl VII. Yeah, folks, I would tell you to do an encyclopedia search, but actually nowadays you do an internet search. Check that one out. And that was at least off of a block kick. This was a design throw. Results the same, though. Interception, 6 points going the other way. Hello, Mike Bass. Remember you?
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. The last time, everything looked pretty good except that final play on the pick six, and now they've got to come right back out here, Charles, and try to pick up the pieces and get things going again.
Yeah, it certainly seems dire, doesn't it? But there is a silver lining, and it is hard to see so soon after that touchdown. But the game plan was definitely working. They were generating offense, had the ball beyond midfield, getting wins on each down against the defense. So they are moving it well. They just have to hang on to it.
As you said, though, probably tough to remember those good things on that last drive when it ended like it did. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 18 more yards there and another first down.
As he gets the first down, let's take a look at what Cooper Kupp did last season, because it was one of the greatest years for a receiver in NFL history. 145 catches, 1,947 yards, both second most in a season all time. Truly an MVP caliber performance for the Super Bowl champs, and he capped it off in the Super Bowl himself.
Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And the Falcons will take over here just shy of the 30. Falcons 1st and 10 here as Ritter gets them ready. Just shy of the 30. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be. On play action, they'll throw. Rolling to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a 4-10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. This is caught by Hilton. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. The 21 yards there as they convert on third.
First down, Atlanta.
1st and 10, it's Patterson. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
They'll go again. Puts it on the carpet. It's out. And now the Rams have got it. Going the other way. And the return across midfield into the 46-yard line. So potentially a turning point here in the third quarter as that swings the door back open just a bit. Yeah, they're still down 2 scores, but I do think we're at that point in the game where you're going to reach for the football whenever possible. You're going to hear the coaches scream from the sidelines. Tackle him. Second guy in. Tackle the ball. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Off the fake to Akers, here's Stafford. Throw right side, going to be caught by Higbee. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Stafford, and he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. 3 quarters have come and gone. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now it's Stafford. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And the Falcons are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
They'll roll him out right. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
They've been trying and trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Tried to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get high.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And complete to Drake London. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. They'll give it to Patterson. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 23. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. This offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And the Rams are right back in this football game. Well, holding on to the lead at this stage in the second half, those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you've got to learn how to finish. It's the 2 F's for a rookie quarterback.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack.
So now Stafford and the Rams, after the sack, they're staring up at a 3rd and long.
He's got a man, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for 1st and 10. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Stafford hooking up with Akers. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Now, a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
40 gun! 40!
Again, it's Stafford. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offensive coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field. So play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more, but a lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep throwing it.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down.
Straight ahead, Patterson.
And some nice running, going to get him down close to a 1st down at the Rams 30. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
To the sideline, he's got the catch, and he kept the feet in bounds. Well done.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because, to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Leonard Floyd, the old Georgia Bulldog, finding his way into the backfield.
Well, that's not how you hope to draw it up there on 1st and goal, CD, by taking a sack like that.
Well, they tried to be aggressive, didn't they? They didn't want to try and work their way past the goal line. They wanted it right there on that play. Unfortunately, it backfired against them. Now they have to try and pick it up here moving forward.
I think you can easily follow the thinking there. The pressure on the last play, that got to him. So they decided, let's get him out of there, bootleg him out to the right. Unable to complete the pass downfield, but the thought process, spot on.
Trying to run it with Patterson.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. They got 8 yards out of it, but they're still left with a 4th and goal from the ways out.
And we'll see Younghoe Koo now for the Falcons.
From the left hand, should be a fairly easy one here.
Koo knocks this one through the post.
And that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3. But clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off. But it's still 8 up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10.
Okay, ready?
They're going to start the drive here on the ground with Patterson. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. Gets a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. He was close to flirting with that sideline, but able to stay in bounds like you know his coach wants him to do and keep that clock moving.
Isn't it funny that we're watching this play when we had that discussion just yesterday about this? What do you do in this scenario? What do you know, what's your mindset? It appeared to me that he'd totally forgotten that he needed to stay in bounds, and then the last second, oh no, I better get down. And he ended up doing the right thing. But at that point, maybe close to let this slip away.
He's going to let it go again. He's got him in, complete. The 20. Touchdown, Falcons. Kyle Pitts with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Falcons are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Rams 10. Younghoe Koo to kick off for Atlanta.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. From the end zone, here comes Williams. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. He's at the 40. Past the 20. He will score. Touchdown.
Well, he made the right choice by result, but a little bit surprising because now with touchbacks coming back to the 25 instead of the 20, when guys feel it that deep in the end zone, I think most coaches want them to take a knee.
And it's resulted in more kneel downs. Not right there. Stafford's going to try and throw for it. Accelerating, and off he goes. He's at the 50, the 30, 10, 5, and he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. So there no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And a good job here by the Falcons. Their hands team able to recover it. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number as empirical.
Once more, they turn to Patterson. 56 yards on the ground for him so far. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. 3rd down, he tried to stay in bounds, did all he could. He caught it, but was led a little bit too far.
Yeah, that's always difficult, isn't it? Because you know half of your body is trying to stay behind while the other half is reaching out, trying to catch the football. The top half worked. It was the bottom half that was in question.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. 5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on 3rd down. One last throw here for Stanford. Got a man. It's Higbee, complete.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Ways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Falcons, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory.
Better, petty, don't matter. Far as that tatter, I pray to God they rattle tattle. Hey, what's a rapper? I started off that, now I'm better. I get capital. I help my people to get cheddar. I do business. Look here, stay out my business. I'm so iceberg slimmish, stainless, not a blemish. I should have been to prison. Don't boy remorse, no cases pinned. I got the rolling flooded, soaking wet, but ain't been